What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. I want to thank everybody for showing up to the live last week, even though it was a little unorthodox because we were not at our home base. But either way, we still got together and we still had fun. And we're going to do it again this Friday, which I believe is Friday the 30th. And we'll probably, get together around, I don't know, 7 o'clock hour, somewhere around there. So I'll announce it ahead of time. But I look forward to seeing everybody there at that show. So let's hop right into it. We appreciate all the support for our sister channel, Cryptic Input. We put up a new video over there the other day about a red lamp. If you have not seen that video, or you want to go check it out, we would appreciate it. I think it's up to about 2,000 views now, so it's doing well. So people are enjoying it. So please step over to our sister channel, subscribe. It's free. Thank you very much. And check out the videos that are over there. And there's going to be more to come. In fact, I think we just released one this morning. So please go check that out. All right. Thank you. Here we go. All right. So we gotten into this one during the live show, and I may have to bring it back out during this live show just to get into it. Again, a lot of people are saying, well, it's obviously a Sasquatch, but where's the head? I had a theory that we can't see the head because it's in motion. A lot of times when you do a still camera like that, if there's motion, the camera won't pick it up and it'll look translucent. So maybe this is some facial features going on here, and maybe this is a cone-shaped head, but it's just turning quickly to the left, so the camera didn't pick it up. I don't know, just a theory on my part. The things that bother me about this picture, though, like this right here bothers me, and for one of two reasons. This creature would have mange, and why would anyone fake that? That's pointless to fake. Or this is some sort of top, like almost, I don't want to use the word ghillie suit, that's not quite correct, but you know what I'm saying, like it would be here, and then like these would be like gloves, so the hands would pick up down here, exposing this arm. Like, I'm not sure either way which one is happening here, but it's definitely an oddity. And then you get down here, and I had posed the question, this right here and this right here, my question was, were these straps almost like chaps would have a strap, that would go down below the glute there, and I wonder if that's not what that is. And then of course we were looking at the foot, which is kind of reminiscent of a bear. There was just so many questions that were posed about this picture that, like I said, we may bring it out on Friday again and talk about it again. It's one of those pictures where you can look at it for hours and never quite solve what it is you're trying to solve. Rebecca Rollison here, spotted by Miguel. Got this creature back here in the darkness, kind of staring out. He thinks that he can't be seen. We have a lighter version of it here. Still, though, you're never going to quite get past the pixelation to see exactly what it is, but either way, I think it's a cool picture. Billy Smith had submitted this picture. Actually, this is a video. So he was taking a video of these trees, like these trees right here that were fallen, and I believe this is the trunk of the tree, and this is the root ball. So he said that he walks this trail often, and that these trees were not felled like the last time he walked here. And he said there was no good reason for them to be knocked over. He said they're healthy trees, they're not rotten. He said it's just, he doesn't understand it. So when he got back and was rewatching his own video, he says, what is this standing here? And a lot of people have told him, their expert opinion of, well, it's part of the tree, it's a root, it's this, it's that. Billy, if you're listening, and I already told you this, I believe that this is a Sasquatch, and you have a nostril here and a nostril right there, and then you have what I believe one of two things is happening here. Either this is the eye that is visible, and this is some sort of maybe, foliage we're looking at, or this is the eye that's visible, and this is blinked. He's like just looking out of one eye for whatever reason. But either way, there's your cone-shaped head. Yes, it's pixelated. That's what this is. That's what's happening here, is pixelation. But I believe that you accidentally caught a Sasquatch in your video. You can almost see a little bit of anatomy here, like pectorals maybe, but either way, great photo. I know it's an accidental catch. A lot of them are. But good job identifying it. So. Oh, by the way, if you want to watch the video, you can actually see the creature move, and it's very minute. He was standing still. But if you go to this is Daryl Denton's group on Facebook. If you go to their group and join, he posted this video about maybe 6-7 days ago. And like I say, if you watch it slowly, you will see the creature move. And we may do a breakdown of it at some point, but either way, right now, we're going to move on. But thank you, Billy. Kathy Westerman here. Nothing new. Just a Sasquatch, or skunk ape rather, peeking out from behind this tree here. Big tree, and he's just kind of looking out from behind it and see what's going on. Oh, and also I think there's two faces in this picture. I think there's this one up here too. Well, eye, nose, mouth. This one I'm not as certain about. It could be pareidolia. But this one I'm fairly certain. So there's at least one creature in this photo, but I'm thinking two. Rebecca Rollison just caught this dude here, hanging out behind some grass, keeping cool. It is hot here in Florida, but she's got the skunk apes that like to hang back and watch her do her thing. I mean, you got to figure we're probably like watching television to these guys. They're bored. Another one here by Rebecca Rollison with Teddy, of course. Teddy here is the man. He's the real, the go-getter behind the operation. he's I believe indicating in this stance, saying, hey, there's something over there. And then when you look over there, forgive me for all the zooming, but I want to get close for you guys. You see this guy kind of back in the bush again. This is where they go, blending into the environment, hiding. There's your nose, there's your mouth, cone-shaped head. He's just kind of staying away, but also to a point where he can still look. It's funny because it's almost a little clearer the further out you are. You get too close, it gets too, I don't know, too pixelated, too weird. But anyway, that's him. Great shot, Rebecca. Thank you. And of course, Mr. Teddy. So here's this guy, and I'm going to say again because I believe we've seen this picture before. Let's start up here. Start at the top. This is weird. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like it's kind of missing some hair for some reason. And then let's talk about the arm length. Fingers to thigh. Fingers to upper thigh. I mean, I guess that checks out. Like I'm not a arm length is a deal breaker kind of person. I think that we don't know enough about the creature to make that assumption that the arm length is not long enough, so this is not a Sasquatch. I don't buy that at all. And I'm not gonna use Thinker Thunker's arm length to leg length ratio. We did that one time, and we threw credit obviously his way, but it's like a 20-year-old, 25-year-old process of just measuring. We're measuring arms and measuring legs and seeing what the length is. Well, you guys have probably heard me talk about it before. Our boy Nick over at Strange Spotting had used the same process, and Thinker Thunker, I guess, got wind of it due to his fans and was very rude to Nick and called him a hot shot and all this kind of stuff, and it's just unnecessary. So we're all learning the process, and we're all looking up to the predecessors and the trailblazers that have led before us, and by utilizing the tools that they've created, It's, you know, it should be flattering, frankly. It should be, but anyway, it was not to him, so we will not use his measuring. Anyway, I don't want to get into. I'm like, I don't know how you trademark measuring, but anyway, I don't want to get into that. But I do want to talk about this though. Does this look like a shoe to anyone else? That looks like, to me, it looks like light, kind of being cast off of this shoe. And then if you go over here, is that like a top of a boot? And the bottom, here's like the sole of the shoe. So I think, arm length or not, I think we can chalk this one up to being fake. Yeah. No bueno. Alright. Catherine Norris here from New Zealand, coming in with this dude here. I always find her pictures fascinating because, close, there we go. Some of her pictures look exactly like what you would expect a Sasquatch to look like, and then some of her other pictures look like very humanoid, you know, very humanoid. So this one to me is one of those humanoid pictures where it's not really, it doesn't look like a Sasquatch. Now she might call it forest creatures or forest people or fairies or whatever, but I'm not really equipped to speak about that. All I know is that there is something staring back at her from her tree line there, and I think that's fairly undeniable. So whatever it is, let's hope it doesn't have ill intentions, although she's never really talked about that. She calls it a clan member, so I don't think that there's any ill will there. Let's talk about this group for just a second. Bigfoot believers. In my very humble opinion, this is the worst Bigfoot group on Facebook. They have, you know, they're well over 100,000 members, I think, at this point, and they have a mix of people that will believe anything and complete trolls. Just not even skeptics. I'm fine with skepticism. I myself am a skeptic on a lot of things that I see. I'm very observant and you know, try to stay objective. These are just trolls. They have never believed in Bigfoot, never thought it. They're just here to make fun. That's all. And the group allows it because that allows their large numbers. So it's just this free-for-all and complete chaos. And I wouldn't recommend for anybody to join that group. It's terrible. So Jeff Myers says, well, Oregon has them. Well, that's, yeah, sure. That's not a bold statement. It's a fact. And this picture, though, that he used for an example, I don't know where he got it, but huge light source right here. Just massive light source. And then we get over here, and there's this back shot of a gorilla. And when I say gorilla, I don't mean primate. I mean like lowland gorilla, silverback gorilla. There's nothing really Sasquatch about this creature. That's a gorilla. That's what they look like. Now, yeah, granted, Sasquatch, they do share some characteristics, cone-shaped head, you know, various things, but this creature is very short and stocky. He's got all muscle here. I mean, it's a gorilla. And if you look at the edges of the creature, like around the legs here, and over here too, almost all of the edges of the creature, here, all this here, has this like light gray line. And I'm speculating that's because it's photoshopped. It's a poor Photoshop, you know. And you can kind of look right there where the hand like goes over the tree. It's a bad Photoshop. I think there's a guy in our group, Greg Hobbs. If he's checking this out, drop us a comment. Let me know if you think I'm on the right track there. I believe it's a Photoshop, so I don't think there's any other. Either that or it's a gorilla in its natural habitat, which this doesn't look like a natural habitat for gorillas, but. Moving on. So this picture baffles me. Tom Harper here, Sasquatch Highway. got this picture of this eagle, and I can't really tell you exactly why it doesn't look real to me. It just doesn't. It looks like almost like a artist depiction, be it digital art, or it could be on a canvas for all I know. But I think digital art makes more sense. But it just doesn't look real. Not to mention, how many eagles are flying around under this like tree canopy here? I mean, this is thick forestation. You usually see eagles soaring high in the sky and landing on mountaintops and stuff like that. You don't see them putzing around in the forest here like this. So then you look down here at this guy. There's his very ugly foot, which would be his left foot. There's no right showing, just the left. Get up here. I don't know what all this is. It could be logs. It could be anything, really. Then you get up here to this guy. Now this is a very convincing looking Bigfoot face. Head, not so much. There seems to be hair missing, all like where I would expect this all to be hair, and there's no hair there. But you got the eye there, and you got the nose with the nostrils, and the very clear mouth. I mean, like I said, I think it's a fairly impressive Bigfoot face, but the things that are missing are missing. You know, the hair is missing. And I just don't understand this combination of, here's this maybe juvenile Sasquatch laid up in this like tree line here. Looks like there's water here. And this eagle, this picture baffles me, and I just have to fall back on, this is some artist depiction. And I don't know where the picture came from, but I don't think it's real. I don't think any of it's real at all. I don't think any of this is real. So I'm gonna say that's an artist depiction. Speaking of not being real, goodness gracious, where did they come up with this crap? Why is it blue? This is like the Jersey Shore of Bigfoot pictures. I don't even know if it's supposed to be a Bigfoot. Maybe it's supposed to be like a dogman or something. Either way, it's complete garbage. I mean, there's just nothing. Like, what is this? What is this big blur down here at the bottom? Is he wearing a kilt, maybe? This is just AI trash. I'm wasting more time on that. Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World, just surpassed 1,000 subs last Friday night while on the live show last week. Very cool. We were glad to be a part of that. They deserve every sub they get. Look at this guy. I mean, big, almost like a smile. He's got a big cone-shaped head, a big chin, and he's light. He's almost like, he's not albino, but he's very light colored. Usually they're darker. That's kind of cool. That's unique. Also, Kathy Westerman here. I'll show you something interesting. Not that the rest of the show was boring, but I'll show you something interesting here. So we see this guy here, right? We're looking at two eyes and a nose. There's your nostril here. Nostril. Hooded nose. Got the eyes. Obviously, it's daylight, so they're not shining with tape and lucidum, but there they are, right? But look just over here. And what we're seeing is another eye and another nose. One nostril, two nostril, and another nose. Very cool. I didn't notice that before, but glad that I got a second look at that. So yeah, there's two creatures in that picture. Let's go down to, there was like a zoomed in version. Okay, it's so zoomed in on the one creature though that you don't see any of the second creature, but either way he's there. And I'm wondering, now that I'm looking at it, okay, see how eyeball and nose follow this dark line right here down here, and you're probably looking at maybe a foot an ankle, you know, maybe like some buttocks or something there. Like, it's like this whole, you can see through this grass, all this darkness is this creature right here. How cool is that? So this one over here, you probably are getting the same effect. Yeah, like you're probably getting the same effect here with this guy. This is the head, the face, and the rest of him is down here, although it's just kind of hard to make out what's what. I'm betting like this right here is probably like a foot. Like that's like the pad of his foot, like on the bottom, you know? But it's just kind of hard to make out because of all the grass. But I think this picture was a little underrated during the live show. We probably didn't get the dynamic of what we're actually seeing here. But yeah, just look at the little nose right there. That's I love to find nostrils, because to me that is kind of undeniable as far as pareidolia goes when you see nostrils. Awesome Kathy, Bigfoot World, good job. Alright, Secret Sasquatch Society posted this in Bigfoot Believers, you know, and he's talking about the Les Stroud picture, and you know, he says, but he smelled him several times and it's not pleasant. It's, you know, it's kind of hard to believe that she was that close and she didn't smell it. Okay, smell what? This guy right there. Got a kind of a crooked hairline. It's got a little Michael Myers thing going on there. Nose, eyes, whatever. And if I saw this in anyone else's picture, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. Possibly Sasquatch, you know, whatever. Okay, let's just be real. Season 3, Episode 8 gives you a timestamp. I don't know who this woman is. I'm sure there's probably going to be 10 comments in the on the video saying, oh, it's this woman and her name is this and she's from Expedition Bigfoot or Expedition Alaska or whatever. I don't watch contrived television shows about Sasquatch. I believe that they're all fake. They're probably based off of real events, but they are fake, and I just don't waste my time with them. If you enjoy it, hey, knock yourself out. I'm not condemning that. I'm just saying I don't watch them, so I don't know who this woman is. She does look vaguely familiar, but I'm sure that she's from one of those shows. Apparently they're in the 3rd season. Good for them. Alright, Bigfoot posted potential Yucca Man sighting on a trail cam in Joshua Tree, California. Okay. Let's dive right in. Fine. This all checks out, you know. Head taped and loosened them. I like it. Whatever. Even the hands don't look too bad. Generally, AI has a problem with hands. This is not. It's not too bad. You know what throws me off about this picture? First of all, these big river rocks. So they're perfectly round, perfectly smooth. That means a river ran through this area for years, like decades, to smooth out these rocks. Okay, that's possible. And now it's a dried up riverbed. Okay, fair. That means these rocks have been completely dry in the amount of time that it took these trees to grow. How long is that? Don't know. Maybe, you know, I don't know. The only thing that bothers me about this, first of all, it's not headline news, okay? Picture this clear. If people were doubling down and saying that this was real, somebody would be on the news jumping up and down going, I got a real picture of a Bigfoot, here it is. No one's talking about this picture. And somebody, you're welcome to prove me wrong, that's fine. This tree does not look like a tree to me. And I mean, I've seen yucca trees before. What this tree looks like, it has hair. Like it's, what is this? Is the bark coming off? I get like the pointy things up here, but somebody who's been to this area, someone who's from Arizona, Nevada, out that way out west, is this a real tree? Is that like real to everybody? It just doesn't look real to me. I've never seen a tree like this. And it's the same color. There's no like wood here and leaves here. I get that it's a trail cam, so you're probably looking at what is essentially a black and white photo. And then you get down to these guys, and they're just so perfect. Look at that. I would expect there to be a stop here. There should be a limb, stop, flower, or branch, leaves, whatever you want to call them. But this, like, the leaves come all the way down, and then they like sag off the tree. It's very weird. I think it's AI. I'm gonna throw my money down on that one and say it's AI. But if anybody has any opinion on these trees, I'd like to hear it, because that's the only thing that really matters. The Sasquatch, it could totally be a real Sasquatch. Okay, how many times do they walk out in the open in front of a trail cam like this? Very rarely. We're assuming it's a trail cam, but it has a massive amount of light. I don't know. Looks like AI to me. That's it for me, guys. That's all I've got. Thank you if you're a member of this channel. I appreciate you so much. If you're a member of our Patreon channel, also, you have my gratitude for that. Yeah, please check out our sister channel. We are maybe up and coming over there. I didn't know at first if it was going to actually be a thing, if people were going to accept it, and if it was going to be enjoyed. But based on this last video, it's taken off now. So please join us and be part of that. I'd love to see you guys over there. All right, and until next time, rather, this Friday, live, Friday the 30th. Until then, this is J-Mac, and I'm out.